Hi, it's me, Zayful Beaverbrook, the British Tech Guru. Now, in my previous videos, I talked about Google's anti-ad blocker policy. And that's only part of the problem. And it indicates that they're probably hurting for money and hurting for ad revenue. And people are probably getting ad blockers in because they've been subjected to too much advertising. I'm one of those. I got subjected to too much advertising, so I won't watch adverts. Now, this has a knock-on effect. As far as I know, YouTube is the only channel that actually pays its creators. So, where does that go from here? Well, originally, back in the day, I did used to make some money from YouTube on my old channels. But they stopped doing that and started putting a minimum 1,000 subscriber limit before they'd minimum 1,000 subscriber threshold, and then they put 4,000 hour viewing hours threshold. I don't reach either of those, and I've been running my channel for 18 months maybe. I think it started in June last year, so June last year to June this year, July, August, September, October, November, near enough to 18 months. And I'm up to, I think it was 266 subscribers today. And that is nowhere near enough for Google even to consider sharing ad revenue with me. Well, and that's perfectly fine, because I'm not really in this for money. I'm just in this for the fun of doing it. And yeah, sure, I chop up some of my projects into 1-minute videos. Anyway, the whole problem with the ad revenue is it's getting apparently less revenue than Google needs. Hence, they're pressing people to stop using ad blockers. And that's a problem, because that's the tip of the iceberg. The next, they'll be cutting payments to creators, and then after that, they'll be raising the thresholds again. And I assume the 1,000 subscriber threshold and 4,000 viewing hours minimum is there in order to make sure that they can pay you. I have absolutely no idea how much money they pay. I really don't. Maybe it's a $10 minimum. I don't know. I really don't. And yeah, it's just going to get more and more difficult. And I can see the whole of Google's business empire suffering from this ad blocker. And that's come because people have seen too many adverts, and myself included. And if I buy something, I take the label off. I don't want to be a walking billboard. If I'm doing something online, I'm running an ad blocker because I don't want to see adverts. And yes, it probably is going to mean that eventually Google is just going to run out of opportunities to make money as more people get ad blockers. So, you know, my thought about this is that although these thresholds are here, and it's currently and they can't make up their mind either about the threshold, which is vaguely suspicious. And 1 minute they'll say it's 3,000 viewing hours and 500 subscribers, and the next minute they'll say it's 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 viewing hours. Which is it, Google? One or the other? And that, of course, is going to end up with the threshold's being raised a little bit higher, 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 until pretty well nobody gets the gets an income from it. And that will probably reflect the fact that Google is losing its income. And subscription models do not work. And you remember all those magazines that went digital? How many of those still exist? Not very many, to be honest. Too many of them decided, hey, we can go digital, we can go zero cost, it's all going to be all profit for us. As soon as they went digital, and they took their magazines out of the bookstores stopped putting magazines in the bookstore and got rid of all their magazines, and now nobody buys any magazines. And I went into a bookstore a couple of months ago, and I wanted to buy some Raspberry Pi magazines. There weren't any. Okay, let me look at the bookshelf. They got any books that I don't have? No. It's pretty well all soft porn, romance novels and all that kind of nonsense. And romance novels are soft porn. No two ways about it. Anyway, so this advertising revenue thing, and it has killed magazines, and it is slowly going to kill Google as well. So I don't think we're ever going to make any income. I very much doubt I'll get any income from Google. By the time I get enough subscribers for the current subscriber threshold and enough viewing hours for the current viewing hours threshold, they'll have raised it, and then they'll keep raising it, and I'll be like that mouse chasing after the cheese, and never actually, or the donkey chasing the carrot, and never actually getting the carrot. And then eventually Google is just going to go, fut, just like so many of these internet enterprises. So that's my thought on it, and see you again in the next video.